Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Lus Longworth, and I am the Senior Corporate Director in charge of the Sandals Corporate University. It is my pleasure to be with you virtually at the Singapore Leadership Forum on Digital Transformation in Skills Education, and to share with you some of the work that the Sandals Corporate University has been doing utilizing the Eon Reality platforms. I wish I could have been with you, but I do thank the organizers for inviting me to share these brief slides with you about our experience, our learning experience in the hospitality industry at Sandals Corporate University. So first, let me just say a little bit about the Sandals Resorts International Company, which many of you may know, but for those of you who don't know, this is a luxury all-inclusive resort company that has resorts in 9 Caribbean countries. We have 21 resorts, and we serve over 18,000 team members in 9 different islands across the Caribbean. So you can see from the geographical distribution that the Sandals Corporate University's mandate is quite extensive. We are a unique organization in the Caribbean set up to serve the needs, the training and development needs for all 18,000 team members of the company. So in terms of our digital transformation journey, I would say that the majority of our journey probably began during COVID. And clearly, the hospitality industry was deeply affected by COVID. The wonderful thing about what happened with Sandals is that we had already started our digital transformation and in education through the acquisition of a learning management system a year or two before. And so at that time, we had over 10,500 team members trained virtually on our Platinum Protocols platform, which then allowed us to be the first resort in the Caribbean and one of the first in the world to resume operations within about 3 months of the outbreak of the COVID pandemic. During that time, we had massive numbers of persons, over 32,000 individual learning items were completed by our team members during the COVID shutdown. And so that's really started the awareness of the need to create a resilient organization, and particularly in the training field, utilizing the technology. And over a year ago, we partnered with Eon Reality to access the AR VR platform and the generative AI tools. And during that partnership in the last year, we were able, through the Sandals Corporate University, to train over 100 AR and VR coaches, partnering with Eon Reality's team. And that was through phase 1 of this project. As we have gone around our technical and functional departments training, we have been actually utilizing a strategy which I call teach a man to fish, because the Sandals Corporate University's strategy is to really expose all of our subject matter experts to the power of the training that the Eon Reality platform can bring, and to have them create content that will then be developed into formalized courses to accelerate training. And we're already seeing that even through our initial introduction of the platform, that we have more projects than we can actually manage in the pipeline for our departments to develop training material. I just want to share with you briefly a couple of the things that we have done and how we've utilized the platform, which has really enhanced our training model. So the first one I would want to share is how we have been using our 360-degree images in training initiatives. And what you will be seeing on your screen is an example of safety training and location area specific training. So in other words, we have been recording various areas of all of our properties, and we would be using this to train, especially new staff who can become very familiar with their environment before putting their foot in the resort. And this, of course, accelerates their learning. So they're able to do a virtual walkthrough. They're able to do virtual safety training. They can know where the fire alarm is, where the extinguisher is, where the emergency exits are, without even going into the resort. And this has become, very popular, particularly with our health and safety department. We also are using 3D images in our training initiatives, and this is using virtual and augmented reality. And this is very, very important because at Sandals Resorts International, we have a very large engineering and maintenance department. And so equipment training, how to pull apart, for instance, this is a coffee machine, how to pull it apart, how to maintain it. And this is the kind of approach that we're using in our training now. So we can train many more people on this than we used to before, when we would have to actually pull apart a machine and in person show someone how to maintain this machine. Our next exciting area is the use of spatial AI. And this is our use of anchors in training initiatives, where we can set our training in a specific location, linked to a geolocation, and have an AI option to lead lessons. And again, this can be used, for instance, for maintenance workers who are not necessarily on property. It can be used for expertise from another part of our region, helping someone to identify an issue with a water pump, an air conditioning vent. And this is an immensely excellent way of not just training, but of supporting our team members and our maintenance in particular across the region. And finally, and very excitingly for our industry in particular, is the use of generative AI in training initiatives, and particularly using our AI assistant support. This is very handy and very effective, utilizing soft skills training methodologies, customer service, conflict resolution, sales techniques. It is an amazing tool, and we've seen how our team members interact, how they are able to modify behaviors, modify tonality, modify responses based on their interaction with our AI assistant. This is the one area that has a great deal of potential for growth, and we are really utilizing this quite a bit now in our training. And what this has done, of course, is to reduce our cost of training, because we don't necessarily have to send people across the region to do some of this training. It can be done very, very simply using even a simple mobile smartphone. And this is revolutionizing our thought process, as well as enhancing our team members' ability to access training quickly, effectively, and in an engaging and immersive way. For the future, what we are working on is creating a resource pool in the Caribbean and encouraging other educational institutions to utilize the Eon Reality platform and to work with us in content development and in technical support. As a result, we have partnered with the University of the West Indies, their global campus, and they were the first to adopt the Eon Reality platform. We will be partnering with other institutions such as the Turks and Caicos Community College, who are also partners in training with us and helping them in their development of this level of training with Eon Reality and others, because the important thing for small nations like ours is to really build a pool of resources that we can work together and develop content as well as have the technical expertise to grow. So our partnership with Eon Reality has been extraordinarily successful. It has been lauded by both the government of Jamaica, our Minister of Tourism, and our internal board. It is being seen as one of the most forward-thinking and visionary ways that we can really expand the hospitality industry, and that Sandals Corporate University can continue to develop some of the most excellent service standards that exist in the industry in our region. So it has been a delight to partner with Eon Reality and to briefly share with you some of our experiences and our future plans. If you would like any further information, please feel free to contact me at lus.longworth@sri.sandals.com. It has been a real pleasure speaking with you, and I wish for everyone a continued successful experience at this Leadership Forum on Digital Transformation. Thank you.